Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I am filming a Q&A and just a little bit of a life update. Sorry about the lighting. Once again, I am also filming a what we eat in a week. So my other video is actually going to start the same as this. Same outfit, same background, everything. But anyway, let's get into this vlog. I'm just going to take you around the house, give you a brief update because I changed the kids' room around, and then also we'll sit back down and we'll do the Q&A. I've asked a few people some questions on my Instagram, and I've also done a few of my own little questions that I've chucked in there just to make it a little bit more entertaining and interesting that I thought you guys would want to know. Little Lottie Locks is having a little nap. Crazy hair. They're having a roll up. Castle? Yeah? Change their rooms around a little bit. I put Cove's room in here mainly for the fact that all her things fit in here a million times better because she has so much more than the boys toy wise. Like she's just got so much more, so it just fit in here way better. The hardest bit was moving this wardrobe in here because she does have like all little tiny teeny things. With the boys, they just had just not as much. Don't mind this just here, we just got that off Marketplace, but their cards and stuff fit in here fine. They've got a lot more wool stuff. I just ended up getting this from Cove and giving it to the boys instead. I've just got some loose cards and things in there. But yeah, the boys stuff just fits a little bit better in here because they just don't have as much things. They've legit got that and this, and then the rest is pretty much all wall based other than this. So yeah, we just thought it fits in here so much better. The beds do, everything does, and now Arlo's in his own big boy bed now, so having him right next to our room is so much better. We also have this set up in here at the moment because Arlo has been loving it, and this is our new addition to our family. Big bear. Massive. Legit as big as me. Let me try standing up and show you. He's bigger than me. He's ginormous. Some chaos breaking loose outside, so see how long we last without kids in here. Obviously I'm going to be on my phone just a little bit because I am doing a Q&A and I have to read the questions. So give me a second. The first question being, how do you handle 4 kids under 4? So I don't know, I feel like when people say how do you handle it, I feel like I have good days and I have bad days, and I feel like you kind of just do it. You don't have a choice, so it just kind of comes naturally. I've always had kids. It feels like I've always had kids since I was 18, 19. Wait, how old was I? 2021 I had my first daughter, and then I've had children nearly every single year after that. So I have 4 kids, and I feel like planning my days out, my meals out actually help throughout the day, because my thing I hate most is like cooking and cleaning 100 times. But now that Cove's in school and Rocco is doing 2 days of daycare a week just to get him more familiar with other people, not just me, because Cove didn't need daycare, so I didn't bother sending her, and I really don't think my other 2 kids are going to need daycare. Definitely not Arlo, because they're just so open with people, but Rocco isn't, so I needed to do that for him. That's not for me. That also helps just having that day with the 2 babies. But I don't know, I feel like it kind of comes naturally. Obviously I have hard days where I get to my breaking point, I'm like, I can't do this, but I don't really know how to answer it. I feel like I just do it because it's my job, and yeah, that's really my only answer for that question, because I don't know how I handle it. Like, keeping them distracted is a big thing. I feel like that's why I buy so much toys and so many things, because I just want to keep them entertained for a long period of time. Next question, because that one's a little bit hard to answer. Bedtime routine with your kids, as in when do they go to sleep, when do they wake up, how are they sleeping? It differs a lot. I feel like it differs. So they're all in there, they all have their own rooms, and they've all been sleep trained when they were 6 months old. They're pretty good at sleeping. Sometimes I'll sneak into my bed as babies do. Arlo has just been transferred from a cot to a single bed, so he's sneaking into my bed a little bit more, but it's so fresh. I'm sure it will side away soon. I am not a very strict parent when it comes to bedtime. I don't go like, you need to be in bed by this time, just because when I cook, so different. When we have dinner, so different. If people come over to visit, or if we're out, like, I'm really not strict with bedtime. School nights maybe a little bit more, but my kids can go to bed at like probably like 8 to 8:30 is like a bedtime. I'm like getting them into bed, like, here, you need to go to bed, it's 8 o'clock, go to bed. But that doesn't mean they fall asleep straight away. None of my kids nap anymore, other than obviously my newborn baby. So that is also another thing that helps getting them to sleep. If they fall asleep in the day, Rocco mainly and Arlo, then the night time's a lot harder. But yeah, I'm not strict with bedtime. Normally on a school night, 8 to 8:30, which I know is late to some people. It's whatever. Sometimes if they're all calm, relaxed, want to go on their iPads in their bed at 7 and they fall asleep at 7:30, even better for me. And yeah, they mostly sleep through the night, but they do obviously sometimes wake up and come and sneak into our bed, which is whatever. Next question. What do I watch in my free time? I do not watch TV ever. If I do, one YouTuber, her name is Phoebe Wall. That's the only YouTuber I watch. I used to watch Aspen Ovard, but she doesn't really do family type vlogs anymore, and that's kind of what I watch when I get a chance. So maybe once a week I'll turn the TV on and watch something for me. I do not watch movies. I don't actually watch anything because I don't watch TV. Okay, the only other things I were watching was Life with the Walter Boys, which I think another season of that's coming out. Sometimes Ryan will put on like The Rookie and I'll sit down and watch like an episode of that, or like just glimpse at it while I'm cleaning or doing or cooking or doing something with the kids. And I also was trying to watch what was it? I also really like The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and I know they're bringing another one of that out. So like, they're two things that I was watching, but I've already watched them, and I like watched them over a span of a few days, so then I was like done. So yeah, I don't really watch TV other than one YouTuber, just because I don't have the time pretty much. Okay, I'm back. I had to do with the toddlers. But my favourite meals at the moment really differs because I try to eat so many different things, because we don't love to eat the same things in this house. It does get very boring. But at the moment I am loving, like, I've always loved bowl type meals, and I know other people don't, but I did just make this, I don't know if I'm saying it right, birria tacos. The best thing I've ever made. They're so good. And normally if I post all my recipes on Instagram, if you see them, you'll know what I'm talking about, but they are delicious. And most of them are made from, not everything, everything I post from, like, on my phone is made by me. All ingredients, not like packet stuff. So like if I post any, like, I think when I don't post, it's just because I'm like, nah, I'm just going to make some packet thing because I'm tired. So like, yeah, if I post it on Instagram, it's most likely made from scratch from me. Recipes I've just found everywhere. I find them on TikTok, I find them on Facebook. I kind of see things and I'm, oh, that would be good, I'm going to do this instead of that, and then I make a recipe similar. Any type of chicken bowl, I'm obsessed with Greek food. Greek chicken bowl, Greek, yum, I love. Creamy salmon, ugh, it's so good. I make this creamy sauce and I serve it on a mashed potato. It is divine. I love it so much. It is like one of my favorite things. I used to hate salmon, now I love it. So like just a homemade creamy salmon on a mash, delish. And I really do love just like a loaded fries, just a Big Mac loaded fries, or just like a Mexican loaded fries. I really love making them as well. So they're probably like my top 3 kind of meals, just shoveled a little bit. Sometimes I'll do a Greek chicken with roasted potatoes and just like a feta salad or something like that. I just change it up a little bit. Beers or cocktails? Definitely cocktails, because I don't like beer. You know who you are. The other baby names I had that I didn't use. Oh, that's a really good one. Let me find my baby names list. I still have my baby names list, just in case anyone ever wants my advice on a baby name. Call me. Baby girl names, I had Lennon. Lennon was a really close one with Lottie, but I love Lottie. So happy I went with that. So Sage, which I loved. I thought it was super cute. I'm just gonna name like a few because there's so many, but these are like my top few that I didn't use. Lila, we also liked Lila. Elle or Ellie, they were really cute. We loved Elle to say Ellie, like just as like the nickname. I also love the name Daisy. I thought it was so cute, but I know someone that has a Daisy, so we didn't use that. And I do love Dottie as well. I think it's super cute. So they're all like girly names. And I do love the name Lola and Willow. I think they're super cute. Also really loved the name Aura for a girl. I think Aura is so different, but I loved it. And Quincy. Quincy was really cute too. For boy names, Obi. I love Obi. I think it's so cool. And I also really liked Oakley for either boy or girl. Theo, but it was so close to my nephew's name, Leo, so we couldn't do that. I also love the name Crew. I thought that was really cool. And Finn, I love Finn for a little boy. I feel like it's so simple but so cute. Lenny is really cute too, but we didn't end up using Lenny because we knew a Lenny, but I think it's so cute for a little boy. So they're like a bunch of boy names. Obviously I have way more, but they're just a few that I really do like. Which pregnancy and which child is my hardest? My last pregnancy was the hardest just because I was really fainty and dizzy and it was horrible. I could not do much. I felt sick 24/7, not as in nauseous sick, just like dizziness sick, and I couldn't handle that pregnancy. It was so bad. And then because of all that and fetal movement, I ended up having to give birth to her at 38 weeks instead of 40, but everything was fine. Pregnancy wise, my last baby child now, I feel like they're hard in their own ways. Like Rocco is so go, go, go. Arlo is like the same, but needs a lot of help with everything. And Cove is just Cove. She's sassy. She's needy. Lottie is a baby, so obviously that's a bit tricky. I don't know. I feel like in this time in my life, maybe Arlo, just because he's very dependent on me as well as the baby, so they need a little bit more hands-on, whereas Cove and Rocco are very independent, which is good. All my kids are really independent, so that helps. So maybe Arlo, but like also the toddlers are quite hard as well, depending on the day. Would I have more kids? No, I'm so done. We thought we were done at 3, and then magically she come along, and I'm so happy she did. But yeah, definitely no more kids. Ryan's actually got the snip done a while back, so there's no more kids coming. Yeah, no more babies. Don't plan on it. It may be one day down the future if I wanted to adopt, but that's like not a plan as of now. So no more kids from me. Where are all your clothing from? I love them. I shop everywhere, wherever I can find. Target, Kmart, the essentials, but mainly I love Billy J. I also love Beginning Boutique. I also love, there's just so much. My clothes are everywhere. I like literally everywhere. Again, everywhere. But Depop is the best. Love Depop. That is probably where I get majority of my clothes, all different brands. So I don't have like my wardrobe set on one brand. Hundreds of brands, hundreds of styles. So I just go straight to Depop, buy most of my stuff on there. The more brands you search often are the ones that will come up the most on like pretty much a For You page. I wouldn't say it's a For You page, but the more you search of certain brands and certain styles of clothes, the more that will pop up on its own on your like feed. So yeah, Depop is the best, the best, the best. Quarter of the price, if not cheaper. Same exact quality, same exact brand, same exact everything. Love Depop. Can't stress that enough. My feet are killing me. Hold up. Let's reposition and get the baby. Ugh. So what are my kids most play with toys? Once again, this is very tricky just because my kids get bored of things really fast, really easily, and they play with everything. At this moment in time, by that I mean literally this week, would be magnet tiles, Rocco's is always cars. He's into Lightning McQueen cars, anything Lightning McQueen. So anything along the lines of cars for Rocco. Cove, anything crafty. She's a craft girl, but that's also really messy, and lately I have just not been in the mood to do crafts. So I would say crafts for Cove, magnetic tiles for everybody as a group, cars for Rocco. Arlo, he has a climbing beam, he loves that. Kids are screaming out the back, sorry if you can hear that. He has a little toy vacuum because he's obsessed with vacuums. That's probably his most played with toy at the moment. Not very aesthetic, but super cute. And like Arlo kind of just goes along with what all the other kids are doing. So maybe magnetic tiles, cars, crafts. They're probably the top everyday use kind of toys that my kids play with. Arlo, like I just said, he's kind of back and forth with the kids, just playing in general. But yeah, they don't really have set toys. They just kind of play with everything. Cove isn't really into anything other than crafts, and she just likes to play with the boys all the time. So I don't know, they love things like music and stuff, but just like dancing from the TV and things, so not anything like set. Anyway, that's, yeah, they get very bored of things very easily, so that's also quite a hard question. One household chore I despise, it is laundry with 4 kids, 2 adults. It is a nightmare. She spews so much, so like she's just in like 5 to 10 outfits a day, and bedding and things like that. Washing is a nightmare, so definitely doing the washing, drying the washing, organising the washing, folding the washing, putting the washing away in all the rooms. Washing 110%. I think I'm just going to end the vlog here just because I want to do a short and sweet vlog. I'm going to end the vlog here. I hope you enjoyed them questions. If there's any more questions that you guys want to know, just literally just send me questions and I'll answer them for you in the next upcoming vlog. Thanks for watching. I'll be back with more videos.